You're not going to believe this. BluKaSa cartoon music player. What is that? Well, I'm glad you asked. This. It has little cartoon animations. It has glowing horns. It's pink. Do not underestimate this device. One common complaint that I have with media players is no physical controls. But what do we have here? That's right. Play, pause, track advance, track reverse, volume up and down, menu buttons. This thing sounds fantastic. I am not kidding. They come with these earbuds, and they don't sound that bad. Yes, they do have silicone chips, and they are prone to slipping. But if you wanted to replace these with some memory foam tips, you could probably get away with using these. It's not a tangle-free cord, and that's just something you'll have to deal with, but it's also not a very long cord. However, I tried using these with my Sendy Audio planar headphones, and it was able to drive these just fine. They sounded fantastic. I also used my Ultimate Ears UE Fits Bluetooth earbuds, and they sounded great. And if none of those options are good enough for you, it has a tiny little speaker here, so you can you can listen to it on this. You don't want to, trust me. This has 64 gig of internal storage and supports another 128 gig on an SD card. It will play all the major music formats. For video formats, it's a little more restrictive at AMV and AVI. For picture formats, you have BMP and JPEG. You can read an ebook on this generous screen, text mode only. It has game support. You can play Tetris, Sokoban, and Snake. It has a stopwatch, a calendar, and an 800 milliamp hour battery. There is an equalizer on here. Sure, there are the usual presets, but you can also just manually adjust all the sliders yourself. I think that's great. My biggest complaint is that the menu system's a little difficult to read and kind of wonky. Some things are just plain buried. You do get this manual featuring the world's smallest font, but I did like I normally do and take photos of it with my iPad and blow up the text so I can actually read the thing. And it's not too bad. There's no explaining this menuing system. So they did their best. Another problem I had with this thing is it comes with one of these straps. And I took this loop and I shoved it through this hole and it just kept going and going and going, never popped out the other side. So I gave up. I'm going to be holding this with my hand or something. I don't know if I can try a different. So how do I rate this thing? It's for kids, I know that, but it sounds so good. And it's got physical controls. I don't mind the glowing horns. The menuing system's not perfect. The bundled headphones, while sounding good, also not perfect. I'm going to say 4 out of 5 stars. I like this. If BluKaSa makes one of these for adults, I might be in. And I might carry this. Thanks for stopping by. We'll see you next time.